Hello, Dream Team. Like always, I'm just gonna give it a few minutes just to let everybody jump on, but we won't wait too long because, of course, like always, these always go recorded on our team page. So if you miss it, you can jump on later or however you wanna watch it. So just give it a few minutes here. I'm hoping I have connection. I keep trying different places in my house and I cannot get connection in our new house. Like, it's driving me crazy. Let me know if you jump on. I'm not seeing anybody yet. Oh my goodness, how is the weather where you guys are? It is so hot in Utah. We've had fires all around us, and they actually, I think, are getting a lot more contained now. We haven't had near as much smoke in the air, but a few days ago, like, our whole backyard was just covered in ash. Like, the wind was blowing so bad, you couldn't see the sun at all. It just looked like cloud coverage, but it was just smoke. And then it's been well over 100 degrees here for like the past week, and so we've been dying. But we just got done at swimming lessons with my kids, so you guys that kind of anymore always get like the sweaty me. It's summer, so sorry. At least you can't smell me, so that should be good. Who's excited about the room sprays? Oh my gosh, I am so excited about the room sprays. So we have Tahitian Sunset and Oregon Coast. That will be the first ones out, and that's next week. Yes, Shauna, it's been so scary. They've been awful, and this one, well, it's called the Dollar Ridge Fire, and actually was really close to us. And yes, it was a couple towns over, but we had just made that drive, and we go again in 2 weeks to my daughter's next tournament, and that drive's gonna be so sad because, I mean, it even jumped the highway. My husband worked with a couple of people who actually had to evacuate their homes, and so it was really scary. It was a little bit close to home this time. And it's still dry. We haven't got any rain at all. I think the mountains did get some rain yesterday, but we haven't got any here, and it is just so hot. So we're hoping to get some rain. But anyways, okay, we have a couple people on. I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. Give me 1 second. Do you need something, sis?
Yeah, I was kind of hungry.
Okay, in 1 minute, okay? Go downstairs, thank you. Sorry. I had a child sitting by me and I knew she needed something. So I thought before I got into this that I would make sure she didn't need me. Anyways, so I'm super excited about the room sprays that are coming out. I'm also super excited for this Moji Life Day. So there's gonna be a little competition, a little contest, and it's basically getting all blued out. And they haven't announced anything. I've been checking the Instagram page and I haven't seen the contest rules yet, but start getting some ideas, being creative to blue yourself out for Moji Day. And it sounds like you'll be posting them on like your personal walls and getting likes, and then the people with the most likes somehow is gonna win this contest, whatever it may be. But when you're doing these pictures, if you would do me a huge favor and please share them on the team page too, not for any contest or anything like that, but just, I think it's so awesome to see everybody's spirit. And so I want to see those pictures too. And we have so many people in our Moji Life family and on the Moji Dream Team that I might miss some, and I want to see everybody's and make sure that I'm liking it and stuff like that. So if you decide to participate in the contest, which I hope everybody does, then definitely share your photo where Moji Life Corporate tells you to for the contest, which I believe is going to be your personal page. But then also make sure and share it on the Dream Team page too, okay? So anyways, those are some exciting things that are coming up in the next week or so. I can't believe that we're 2 years in. I know there's a lot of new people with Moji Life, but I also know there's a lot, especially on the Moji Dream Team, who have been here since the beginning, 2 years, and we just hit that 2-year anniversary, and I just think it's awesome. So congratulations to everybody who's new to our team, and also congratulations to everybody who has stuck it through for the 2 years. Moji Life has came a long ways. We started out with some hiccups, and I think with any new company, that's what you have. And I just see where we are in 2 years, and I just cannot believe the growth. When I joined Moji Life, I signed up on June 29th, and it wasn't even like a moji.com website. It was seriously like 7 or 9 numbers. It was the weirdest thing, and you went and logged in. There was like no back office. There was no really any pictures at all. And so to see where we are today, where we have these team strengths and we have tools and we have a dashboard and just so much information for us, I think it's just absolutely incredible. So I'm so thankful for Moji Life for listening to the field always and always going above and beyond to help us be successful in this career. So anyways, the main reason I came on today is I've had a lot of stuff on my mind the last few months. My life's been really hectic the last few months. That's life. It would be no fun if it wasn't hectic sometimes. And so I wanted to come to you guys today and just give you a couple of goal hacks and help you guys get a focused mindset. And I know sometimes that can be the most challenging thing, is like we can tell ourselves we're going to do something, but to actually do it, whether it's fear holding us back, whether it's just not having the belief in ourselves to do it, or just because our life is busy or chaotic at times, it's just, yeah, it can get hard sometimes. It's usually the biggest challenge. So I thought today would be a good day to kind of talk about that. So number one is words of affirmation. And a lot of the stuff I'm going to say, if you guys have been with us for a while, you've seen my other videos and you've heard me say it before. If you've seen my Emoji University videos, I talk about it there. So these are things that I truly live by, stand by, and believe in, and they do work. So words of affirmation is number one. And I know a lot of people will think it's corny, and that's fine, because I remember when I first heard it from Tony Robbins 2 years ago before starting Emoji Life, or right when I started Emoji Life, I remember being like, I am not going to stand in front of the mirror and talk to myself. Like, who wants to do that? Nobody. But it works, okay? If you don't know what the law of attraction is, you can do so much research, quick research, a short video on YouTube, look up the law of attraction. If you have not heard of it, seen of it, or really know a lot of information on it, look it up. And I know it was a little bit longer, but it talked about the law of attraction in depth, and it was such a great video. So if you see this replay, or if you're on right now, if you will post that video link or just the title of it so people can find it if they need it, I would super appreciate it. But words of affirmation, and like I said, I have notes here because I don't want to miss anything, and I have to remember to slow down because I get excited and I get going quick. So I will try to stay slowed down so you can understand me. So words of affirmation. You are telling yourself on a daily basis that you believe in yourself. That one of the biggest things for me is fear has held me back my whole life. I am so scared of everything, especially putting myself out there and what others think about me. And so that's probably been my biggest challenge through my Emoji Life journey, is just having the confidence and not having the care so much of what everybody's going to say or think about me, because I'm doing something I love and something I believe in. And so that's something I had to work on a lot. And so one of the most powerful words of affirmation I say to myself every single day is, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it, because that's who I am. And I know, like I said, this may sound corny to stand in the mirror and say this to yourself, but once or twice a day, tricking your brain into believing this is who you are is who you will become. If you're constantly like, oh, I really need to do a Facebook Live, but I'm so scared and I know everybody's gonna laugh at me, or I might stumble over my words, and you don't do it, then it's just not gonna get you anywhere. But if you really, I mean, you don't have to do this in front of your husband, you don't have to do it in front of your kids. I know for a fact my kids have walked in on me talking to the mirror a few times, I'm sure, and they're probably like, oh my gosh, my mom's crazy. But I don't care, because it works and it helps me. So you find what you need to tell yourself to give you the confidence and the belief to be successful. But for me, fear holds me back a lot of the time. My own self, my brain, my head holds me back all the time, daily. And I've gotten a lot better over these 2 years being with Emoji Life and learning a lot of these tricks and little goal hacks, but it's still something I have to push myself to do every single day. And I know that if I miss a day, there's a reason why I'm kind of feeling cruddy, because I know that I didn't pep myself up for the day. So first thing in the morning when I brush my teeth, or when I'm washing my face, putting on my makeup, the first thing I say is, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it, because that's who I am. So no matter what, whether I'm scared or not, I'm going to do it, because that is who I am. I am making my brain believe that is who I am, so I can carry myself with that kind of confidence. And you guys need to do that as well. Sometimes a lot of people say things like, I can make anything happen, or this month I'm going to have a bazillion socials, whatever it is that you need in that month or that day. tell yourself words of affirmation. This is huge. Again, if you do not know about the law of attraction, please research it on YouTube. You can watch really short 5-minute videos that kind of just give you a taste of it, or you can get real in depth with it. So it's definitely huge. Yes, self-development. You just hit it right there. Self-development is going to be the biggest way for you to be successful in this industry, because you have to believe in yourself and you have to grow yourself to be able to grow a team or build a team or lead others. Okay, number 2 is to become motivated. And this is also very, very challenging for a lot of us. It is hard to get motivated. We can think we're motivated for a second, but we don't really stay motivated, or you're not in depth with it. You need to visualize yourself, you need to feel it, you need to breathe it, you need to believe it. You need to picture yourself every single day already at the successful place that you want to be, whether that's at Emoji Specialist, whether that's at Emoji Friend, whether that's at Life Premier, Life Expert, whatever your goals are, you need to start visualizing yourself there. Maybe you want to visualize yourself in a newer house, a bigger home. Maybe it's visualizing yourself on the next life getaway. Whatever it may be, you need to believe it and start feeling it now like you've already achieved it. Because when you start carrying yourself and living that way, your brain, again, is being tricked, and you are going to start producing in those ways. You're going to produce like you're a successful leader already. And we have so many successful leaders who do this, and we have a lot of successful leaders who probably don't do this. But this is something that I think will really help keep you motivated, is continuously seeing yourself there already. You're already successful, you're already there, you're leading a huge team, and the more you put this out there, the more the universe is gonna bring it right back. If you are unmotivated and putting negative thoughts out to the universe all the time, you're never gonna get anywhere in life. You're not gonna get anywhere at all. You're gonna stay exactly where you are. So if you want to grow, you have to believe that you are already growing, you are already succeeding, and that you are already there. And you can't just think about it, you have to visualize it, you have to live it, you have to breathe it. You have to walk with so much confidence and speak with so much confidence, and it takes time. It isn't gonna happen overnight, but it will happen. Another thing, gotta go to my notes here, sorry. It's a mindset hack. So you're again tricking your brain to believing that you are already here, okay? And then basically the universe is going to start just allowing you to live this way, and beautiful opportunities are going to come up every single day. New people are going to be reaching out to you every single day to talk about Moji Life. You're going to have more people walking into your life that you can talk to these people about, whether it's joining your team or whether it's just trying the products, okay? So you have to believe it and feel it. Sorry, I gotta look at my notes. Another thing with motivation is, as humans, especially as women, we allow negative thoughts and negative talk, whether it's self-talk or whether it's outsiders talking about us, to get to us. And I am so guilty of this. It's not even funny, especially before Moji Life. I worried about what everybody thought about me. I worried what everybody was thinking, said about me, and I took it to heart and I believed it. And not only that, but I self-talked myself really bad. I've always been very, very hard on myself, and I think, not all, but I think most of us are probably have this in common. And a few months ago, I had heard some people saying some things about me, and usually it would kill me, but over the last 2 years of being with Moji Life, I've learned to just kind of shrug it off, and I know who I am and I believe in who I am, and so I don't need to listen to those naysayers. But sometimes there's always going to be that one little weak spot in you that is going to tug at your heart a little bit more. And for me, when it comes to being a mother, when it comes to my kids, I probably take it a little bit harder. And some people, I guess, had said that they felt bad for my kids because I'm always on my phone, I'm always working, Moji Life's my priority. And you know what? Moji Life is my priority. Moji Life has changed my life for my kids, for me. It's changed me as a person. It is a priority, but it is right up there with my kids. It's the same priority as my children. And even though I knew that, I let it get to me. And these last few months, we've had so much going on between my surgery, 4 weeks of recovery from that. In the middle of my recovery, finding out that the rental house we were in was being sold and we had to move within 40 days. I couldn't even move for 4 weeks. So there was just so much. And then hearing that, I think I just let myself get unmotivated. And I started doing that self-hate, that self-talk again, and questioning if I was being the best mom that I could be, if I was maybe giving too much attention to Moji Life and not enough to my kids. And I started getting really hard on myself, and I noticed myself starting to distance myself from Moji Life a little bit, just work-wise, doing those extra little steps that I would do on a daily basis, mingling with everybody, because I felt like, gosh, maybe my focus isn't where it should be right now, and maybe I am messing up as a mother. And again, as women, we always are hard on ourselves, but especially when you hear somebody else saying it, it gets to you, and we need not to allow that to get to us. But for me, it did. And I'm sure a lot of you who have been on this team for a while have maybe seen me being a little bit more absent lately. And so I'm going to be completely blunt and honest with you guys that I was beating myself up over, I was beating myself up over what was said. And even though these people probably have no idea who I am and I have no real relationship with them, it still hurt me and it still affected me, and I started questioning myself. And it wasn't until 2 weeks ago, my daughter had a softball tournament, and I remember sitting in the bleachers with my son, and I'm watching my daughter standing at pitcher, and I'm watching my husband coaching her. And I just, all of a sudden, it just gave me goosebumps right now. Got the heebie-jeebies. I immediately was like, you know what? Nobody knew the mom I was 2 years ago. People see me today. People see who I am on social media today because I put myself out there, and I've had to challenge myself every single day to put myself out there and not care what other people say or think about me. But nobody knows who I was 2 years ago. And I can tell anybody right now that 2 years ago, I probably was a little bit more involved one-on-one with my kids because they were my only priority. My only purpose in life was my kids. But now I have so much more purpose. I have you guys, I have the dream team, I have Moji Life, I have so many new friends and family that I am stretched a little bit more. My plate got a little bit bigger, but I know I can handle it. But the thing is that 2 years ago, no one knew how sad I was, how much I hated myself. No one knew that I might have been more one-on-one with my kids, but honestly, I'm the best mom today because of Moji Life, because I am showing my kids every single day that no matter what they go through in life, no matter the challenges, that they can do something if they put their mind to it. And I am showing them by example of how you take care of yourself, how you love yourself, how you believe in yourself. 2 years ago, I couldn't do that for my kids. So anyone can look at me now and say, yeah, that woman's kind of busy. You know what? You're right. I am busy. And I juggle all of it, and I do it very well. And I am proud of that. I am proud of the mom I am today. 2 years ago, I hated the mom I was. I hated the person I was. I hated the woman I was. So don't let people unmotivate you. You are your motivation, and don't let anyone take that from you, because as you climb higher, and I've heard this before from one of our uplines, as you climb higher up the ladder, the wind's gonna blow harder. People are gonna try to knock you down, whether it's because of resentment, whether it's because of hate, maybe because of jealousy, whatever it is, the wind is going to blow so much harder. So I just want to tell all of you mommies, because I know we have a ton of mommies out there, is don't think for a second that because you have something else on your plate now, something that needs a lot of attention, just like your kids, this new business, first of all, don't think it's going to need this much attention forever. Eventually, you're going to start building this empire. You're going to start building this team, and you're going to have so many leaders that can help you that you're not doing everything by yourself. For the first 2 years, I was doing everything on my own. And now I know that if I need to step away for a few hours and be with my family during swimming lessons or during a wedding or whether it's a baseball tournament weekend, I know I got other leaders on this team. Continue welcoming people onto the team, congratulating people that are going to answer questions. And there are so many of you who do that. We have so many leaders. So don't think it's going to be ate to faint for the rest of your life. It is going to take time, and it is going, depending on where you're wanting to go with it, is going to take that, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's going to take that push to have to give your all to it right now. But eventually it's not going to be like that forever, and you're going to have a little more downtime and free time where you can be one-on-one with your kids. But don't let people tell you you're a bad mom or tell you that you're too focused on Moji Life and not enough on your kids, because no one lives in your house with you. No one knows where your passion or where your purpose is, and no one knows where you were before Moji Life or wherever it may be that you are going now. For me, it's with Moji Life. I am the mom, the woman, the person I am today because Moji Life has helped me, gave me a purpose and helped develop me into this person. So anyways, I'm gonna move on, but be your own motivation. You have to motivate yourself, and you cannot let others tell you that you can't be motivated or that you can't do it or that you're giving too much in one area of your life and maybe not another. There's gonna be certain times in your life where your kids are gonna need you a little bit more than your team does. But there's also gonna be times where your team's gonna need you a little bit more than your children do. And yeah, my husband, if you have a spouse or a parent or someone who can step in and help, my husband stepped up to the plate a lot lately and has helped. And the last 2 years, he's had to fulfill a lot more of the stuff that I used to do with the kids because I am busy trying to build this path of financial freedom, trying to make myself a better person, a better wife, a better mom. So, I'm so glad, Shauna, and it's so true. That's kind of why I wanted to come on here and talk about this today, is because I know I'm not the only one who is hard on myself. I know I'm not the only one who hears what other people are saying or worried what people are thinking about me, and we allow their perspective to be our perspective of ourselves, but we cannot allow it. And I messed up the last 3 months. I can admit that. I'm human. And I fell off the wagon and I let some words get to me, and like I said, it just took that one moment watching my daughter play softball the other weekend to realize that I am doing everything right now, and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be as a mom and as an entrepreneur for Moji Life. So anyways, number 3 is building your goal space. So this is huge. The environment you surround yourself with, it will change everything for you, okay? And I know I've done a Moji University video about this, about being positive, not being negative. Don't let other people's negatives bring you down. And I think it's really common, especially on social media, that we have a couple friends, we love them, maybe they're family members, we love them, they mean the world to us, but maybe they're a little bit negative a lot. There is no reason that if the same person or same 2-3 people on social media in your newsfeed are maybe negative all the time or using just nasty language or maybe just not on the same page of life that you are, that if it's gonna bring you down, there is no reason you should be following them. Not saying you have to unfriend them because you love them. It might be a friend, it could be a sister, it could be a parent, whatever it is, you have to know when to draw that line. And if someone's bringing you down, all you have to do is just unfollow. Just don't look at their stuff so it doesn't come up on your timeline. Maybe don't interact with those people on a one-on-one basis. If they're bringing you down, they are not good for your growth, and you have to know that. Now, obviously, our best friends and our family, we can't just distance them like that. I'm not saying just get rid of those people. They need us, and we need them still. But it might be somebody that on social media you're not gonna sit there and focus on 24/7 because you don't wanna be brought down. Another thing is making sure you have your own little space. So if you want to have a good working space, some of us may have an office, some of you may not, and that's okay. You don't have to kick one of your kids out of their room, shove them in with their other siblings so you have an office. If your house doesn't allow for an office, that's fine. I know when I first started with Moji Life, I didn't have an office, and a lot of the time I sat on my back porch or I sat in my car. And a lot of my first videos, I am sitting in my car because it was quiet and it was peaceful and my kids weren't screaming. So I would sit in my car and I would do my videos or I would do my work. It could be Starbucks for some of you, whatever it is, have a space that you can go clear your mind, refresh, and really focus on your goals, your tasks. Whether it's a small task, whether it's just wanting to mingle with 2 new people every day about Moji Life, whether it's wanting to try to book a social every day with Moji Life, whatever it is, give yourself time, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whether you need more time, like an hour. If your team's bigger, you're gonna need a little bit more time. But start making sure that you have a space to go to really refresh and have that quiet space in your head so you can really think about what you need to do. Number 4 is working through the negative thoughts. 99% of the reason people quit is because they self-hate. And like I said, you guys know I'm guilty of this. I've done this my whole life. I've gotten a lot better, but every once in a while I'll kind of forget about these little hacks and these magic rules that I don't need to listen to the outside world. I just need to listen to me and know that what I'm doing is right. because that's who I am, right? But 99% of the people who quit is because they are too hard on themselves or they get overwhelmed and burned out. So sometimes we get so motivated that we just go, 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 go. And then before we know it, all of a sudden we're like overwhelmed, a little burned out. We don't know how to get back into the groove, how to start enjoying it again. And so start out small. Start out small with just a daily task you want to do every single day. And maybe you want to take your kids to the pool tomorrow. You tell yourself, I cannot go to the pool and have this time with my kids until I do this first task in the morning, which is reaching out to 5 new people, or is to do 5 follow-ups. Whatever it may be, have a small daily task. And as you start accomplishing those tasks, add a few more each day. Start doing weekly tasks, start doing monthly tasks, whether it's for your team, whether it's for you as an individual, for your business, whether it's your follow-ups, whatever it is, start small. Don't make this huge list of all the stuff you need to do to get to your goals that you get so overwhelmed and burned out that you're not even fun and you just give up, because that's not what anyone wants. We don't want you to give up. We want you to have goals and tasks, but make them realistic. Push yourself, but don't over push yourself. Each day is a new day to try again or to do it again. Hello, Miss Vanessa. Anyways, and then let's see, the last thing I wanted to talk about was branding. And this is kind of away from the little hacks, but one thing with branding is you'll watch a lot of, if you do a lot of self-development, you'll watch a lot of entrepreneurs, leaders say, don't brand yourself with your company. Don't brand yourself with your company. Brand you as you. And it is huge. I am definitely not saying I don't agree with that. You do want to brand yourself with you. But I will tell you right now that I also brand myself with Moji Life. I'm not just dating Moji Life. I'm not staying with Moji Life until something better comes along. Moji Life is my world. Moji Life is where I'm supposed to be, and I know this. And if you know that and you are married to Moji Life like I am, then you need to brand yourself with Moji Life. Now, I'm not saying go crazy all over social media and post Moji Life everywhere, every hour, nothing like that. I am saying to make sure when you are putting yourself out there that you are telling your story with Moji Life, that you are showing your gratitude of Moji Life. If you're growing, if you're changing as a person, if you're becoming a better mother, if your family's living a little bit better because of Moji Life, then share that, okay? It's huge. And again, if you guys have seen a lot of my videos, hello, Miss Shyla. If you guys have seen a lot of my videos on our team page, on YouTube, or even again with Moji University, the one thing I've always said, and it will never change, is when somebody thinks about Moji Life, I want them to think of Ashley Sheldon. And the only way they're gonna think of me is if I brand myself with Moji Life. I want people to know when I'm in town, like there's the Moji Life girl. That lady moved here to Utah 5 years ago, and they were poor as dirt, living in a little tiny townhouse. They had no money, they could barely afford to eat, but now look at her in 2 years. Look how much their life has changed because of this company. I want people to know that my success and the person I am today is because of Moji Life. And that is why I will share Moji Life forever. So anyways, like I said, definitely brand with yourself. I'm not saying not to listen to those people. They're very smart. Yes, listen to them. You want to brand with yourself because that's who you are. But if you are married to this company and you want every single person that you know to think of you when they think of Moji Life, then you've got to start branding yourself with Moji Life, okay? Oh, thank you, Shyla. Hello, Miss Sandy. Okay, you guys, I think that's really it. Like I said, this was kind of just spare the moment. A lot's been on my mind the last few months. I've actually wanted to talk about this for a while, but again, it's that holding myself back. Like every morning I'm like, I'm gonna do it today, and I don't. And after seeing Kevin's little impromptu live this morning, I just realized, you know what, like that fire's in me, it's in all of us, and I'm not letting anyone hold me back. So again, words of affirmation, please look up the law of attraction. I promise you, it may sound corny, but it is going to be one of the most helpful things for you to grow yourself as a human being than you could ever imagine. And figure out what words you need to say to yourself. Whether it's simple things like, I'm beautiful, I know I can do this, I'm strong, I know how to encourage my team, I know how to encourage myself, whatever it is that you need to do. Or if you're like me and you hold yourself back a lot because of self-doubt, then you want something along the lines of, when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it because that's who I am. So again, remember words of affirmation and please use them, and then become motivated. Do not let anyone unmotivate you. You are the only one who knows you best, and so you motivate yourself, and you need to do that every single day. And then building your goal space. So making sure that the people you surround yourself with, making sure you're in your own, you have a little space where you can go and do your things or do your business things on your own, will be huge. So have that space, know what you need to do, have that mindset. And then number 4, working through negative thoughts, not allowing negative thoughts to enter your mind. We are tricking our brains because we are everything and we're all we can be, and we're the best version of ourselves as we can be right now. And so we're tricking our brain so that we end up becoming that person. So anyways, I love you guys so much, and I seriously cannot wait for the room sprays, and I can't wait for this Emoji Day contest. Seriously, please, please, please make sure that you don't just share them on your personal page. Share them on the Dream Team page. I want to see your emoji spirit. And also, just one last thing too is I just really want to thank all of the leaders. There is so many amazing leaders on this Dream Team, and I want to thank so many of you guys for just being so present on the team page. This is a page for all of us. This is not my team page, this is our team page, and I want everyone to just be super, super interactive here and stay being interactive here, encouraging each other. Like I said, there's I think we're almost to 30 leaders on the Dream Team now that are life champion or above. We even have a couple specialists and advisors that, in my eyes, they are leaders. Rank means nothing. They always are on the team page. They're always answering questions. They're always encouraging people. They will go live on our team page and do a little impromptu, whether it's a little small training or just some words of encouragement. I encourage you guys to do that. No one wants to hear from me every single day, okay? I might mesh with 50% of the team, but there might be 50% who are like, that girl is cray-cray. Like, she is ditzy, she giggles too much, whatever it may be. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. But anytime something comes to your mind that you want to share with the team, please put yourself out there. Do it on the team page. This is your team. Your team's watching you here. Other people are inspired by you, even if they're not in your downline. So, we're one big Moji family. The Dream Team has been this since day one, and I just love watching all the leaders come together and just building this huge empire for us. So anyways, I love you guys. Let's rock out July. Remember these little goal hacks and keep yourself motivated, and I'm sure I'll be back on